A construction company out of Hastings that temporarily lost its license because of customer complaints recently settled with state regulators. It's an update to a Fox 17 Problem Solvers investigation we first reported on last month. Documents our team obtained today show Bay to Bay Building Concepts and its corporate officer Gerald Saman reached a tentative agreement with the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs this past Friday. However, a state board still needs to sign off on it. This past summer, Michigan's licensing agency took action against Bay to Bay for alleged violations of the state's occupational code in 16 cases that created, quote, an imminent threat. Fox 17 spoke to one Kalamazoo County family impacted that says the experience left them worried and stressed. The state declined to disclose the exact terms of the proposed settlement, but says the business's license remains suspended until the Residential Builders and Maintenance and Alterations Contractors Board decides whether to sign off on that. A meeting in November will be happening. Bay to Bay's corporate did not respond to a request for comment from Fox 17 about this newest development. Well, now, after the Problem Solvers original story aired, we heard from nearly a dozen other people who claim Bay to Bay did the same thing to their families. New tonight, Marisa Oberly introduces us to two of them and explains the effect of the company's alleged actions.
The customers I talked with, which includes a man who used to work in law enforcement, say they just want their money back.
We're looking at the prospect of losing money.
Each time Mike Disher glances out at his backyard in Lyons, he sees a setback. The green grass and wide open space serve as reminders of a job Mike wants to forget.
As we're heading towards the fall, I contacted them and they said there were some minor supply chain issues, but they intended to have it the concrete poured before winter, blah, blah, blah. So it started to get set back a little bit at a time, Obviously, by the time winter came around and there were several email exchanges, nothing had occurred.
The former Calhoun County Sheriff's deputy explains in July 2022, he hired Bay to Bay Building Concepts in Hastings to put in a pole building at the end of his driveway. Mike paid them $17,500 for it, but the work never started, according to a lawsuit his attorney filed more than a year later in August 2023.
We don't have that kind of money to throw around.
It's around that time, too, that the Fox 17 Problem Solvers first reported on the company when the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs suspended their builder's license and the one that belonged to its corporate officer, Gerald Saman, and also filed a complaint against them, which, among other things, claimed they failed to complete jobs and perform up-to-code work that cost homeowners tens of thousands of dollars. Mike says he saw the story and found himself upset that the same thing allegedly happened to other families.
It's sad. I was actually disheartened when I found out how many people, either through shoddy workmanship or no workmanship, have potentially, at least seemingly, have been harmed.
It's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face to any consumer.
Raymond Morris in Battle Creek felt similarly. He hired the company this past summer to fix parts of his roof. Bay to Bay finished one job, but Raymond says they owe him $1,250 for a second, which he canceled after reportedly realizing a leak stemmed from his air conditioning unit. Text messages show Raymond requested the refund in early September and again last week. An employee responded then and said that Saman knew about the issue but could not send a check due to a project in Wyoming State.
I'm basically the common man who made it to the ugly house and put all his savings into the house to make it something for his wife and family to enjoy, like most people would do if they work hard. And I don't have a lot of money just to throw away.
Mike, meanwhile, says he tried to get his money back, too. Bay to Bay gave him $5,000, but Mike still wants the rest. And that's why he took legal action. Mike hopes eventually he can look outside and like the view.
Do the right thing. It's sad commentary, you know.
Now, as part of this story, we asked Laura whether a company can perform work with a suspended license because Bay to Bay did part of Raymond's roof job when theirs was revoked. A spokesperson for the agency says a suspension would prohibit that. And if someone believes a contractor is operating without a license, they should report it to the Bureau of Construction Codes. They also said that you can check licenses on Laura's website. Meanwhile, Saman did not respond to Fox 17's request for comment upfront about the allegations made in this story. Reporting in the studio, Marisa Oberle, Fox 17 News.
Well, if there's an issue you need help looking into, you can call the Problem Solvers at the number right there on your screen or send an email to problemsolvers@fox17online.com.